Okay, but listen, I love all y'all. I appreciate the support. There is not a sellout bone in my body. Sellouts are paid to shut their mouths and not talk that shit.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Peace. Grand Rising. On this Wisdom Cipher Day, all being born to wisdom. I hope you had a great Juneteenth, as did I. I'm reporting live from my backyard right now. So recently, I went on VladTv, and some people were very happy about that. Some people were disappointed. I'm hearing that people made videos, showing their discontent and all of that. All I can say is my obligation is to civilize the uncivilized, okay? My job is not to preach to the choir. And many times you need to go where the uncivilized people are at. Now, originally, this whole Vlad boycott started because he didn't apologize to Minister Farrakhan. Well, fast forward 5 years later, he's apologized. I know what I said about Mr. Godfrey. And yeah, I guess that looked bad. Me saying that about him and then changing my mind. But guess what? As a grown man, I have the right to change my mind. Once certain information, more information comes into play about certain things that I'm not going to get into the full specifics of, but I have more clarity on the situation as a whole. And that's the decision I decided to do when looking at the big picture. So, anyone who's a true supporter of me, who actually subscribes to my channel, who actually, donates regularly and gives super chats, if I disappointed you, pardon me, I love you, and pardon me. Anybody else, y'all are just white noise, okay? But love to all of y'all. Yeah, listen, mission was accomplished. We wanted Vlad to apologize, and he apologized, okay? So that being said, we did the boycott on Vlad. Y'all didn't support it. Listen, mission was accomplished. We wanted Vlad to apologize, and he apologized, okay? So that being said, we did the boycott on Vlad. Y'all didn't support it. You know what I mean? People were still going up to Vlad. People were still watching his videos. The man got 6.1 million subscribers on YouTube. I have 174,000. I need to go where my message will be proliferated to the masses. I need to be the voice of reason in unreasonable times, and that's what I've chosen to do. So if I disappointed you, pardon self. But at the end of the day, and I just want to say, anybody that made videos about me trying to, thinking that they were tearing me down to try to build themselves up, listen, I didn't even give y'all the time of day. I've not seen your video, so you didn't touch me, okay? I'm here. This is my backyard, and you're mad. Why don't you make a video from your backyard telling me about how you're mad at me, okay? But listen, I love all y'all. I appreciate the support. There is not a sellout bone in my body. Sellouts are paid to shut their mouths and not talk that shit. And I'm going to always talk that shit. I'm going to always speak the truth as I see it. You might not see it that way, but trust me, I'm going to always speak the truth as I see it. Okay? And that's what it is. Peace and love. Y'all have a great day. It's going to be hot today. I'm hopping in that pool. You heard? Peace. Oh, one last thing. Those of y'all talk about I had on the Mexican Jordans. Well, you ain't got to worry about those no more. ICE came to the crib and took them.
Let's talk about it, y'all. That was Lord Jamar responding to the backlash after returning to VladTv. That's right, y'all. As we all know, for the past week, fans have been upset with Lord Jamar after returning to Vlad and his platform after a 5-year boycott was put in place. Okay, as we all know, Vlad played himself when misquoting the Minister Farrakhan. And of course, at the time, him and Godfrey, when they were on good terms, you know, they boycotted Vlad and his platform altogether. Okay, fast forward, as we all know, Lord Jamar and Godfrey, they had a falling out. And now we see Lord Jamar explaining his reason for why he is, you know, chosen to return to Vlad and his platform. Okay, according to Lord Jamar, he has a right to do as he please with his brand, right? Because his mission is to reach the masses, okay? This is very interesting because some people act as if they don't understand the definition of what integrity is. You know, we talk about these things, right? About our people standing on code or standing on business, as they would say. And, you know, after Lord Jamar let it be known that, you know, he was standing on business once upon a time, now he has a change of heart simply because Vlad has chosen to finally apologize after 5 long years. Now, according to Lord Jamar, you know, people was not supporting the boycott. And that's not true. There were several people who you just didn't see on Vlad anymore. You know, after a while, it just became Boosie and Tony Ayo. You know what I mean? That was like his consistent guest. So at some point, you know, Vlad understood, I have to go back and try to repair some of the, you know, damaged relationships that he's been able to accumulate over the years. You get what I mean? All because of Vlad and his ego. You know, it's not his job to make sure that you stand on business on behalf of the culture. You know what I mean? Come on. We understand it. When we're on other platforms. Lord Jamar, he gets paid to do interviews, and most of the time he's talking about other people. You know, Lord Jamar is a public figure. This isn't about him being personally attacked, because I don't know the man. You know what I mean? We just going off of what you said to the people and the reason for why you took the stand at the time. Now, as Lord Jamar is out here, right, chilling in the backyard, acting as if he's unfazed or unbothered when we know that's not the case. You know, come on, let's be real. Now it's about those who truly support and donate. Doesn't that sound very familiar? Sounds like very Dr. Umar-ish. You know what I mean? Hit the cash app. You know what I mean? True supporters donate. True donators support. It's just, come on, man. What happened to just being honest to you and your following, for those who've been following you for all of these years, man? There are many ways we can get the message out there to the masses without selling out to those who clearly don't give a damn about the integrity of black culture. But they don't mind exploiting it for financial means. I mean, come on now. Think about it. We influence Vlad, his fashion, everything about the platform. I mean, of course, there's other guests on there for the most part. You know, he made a name off of reporting hip-hop content. So for him not to understand why black people hold Farrakhan in such high regard after being so reckless, it's okay to be wrong. Come on. What's wrong with that? But no, Vlad feels like because of his privilege, his ego, and his money, He can buy anybody. And this is why when he sat down in front of Lord Jamar after 5 years, he made an effort to let the audience know, listen, I didn't reach out to you, Lord. You reached out to me. And it was Lord who said he started having a change of heart after seeing pictures of his dog. I mean, you got to see some of the reasons as to why Lord Jamar, chose to go back to Vlad instead of just being honest. Some people feel like it's because of the money. This is why everyone else went on the platform. That's why it's crazy that, Lord Jamar acts as if he doesn't understand the reason why people are outraged. Because, again, we take pride in those who take a stand for something. This whole situation involving Lord Jamar, Godfrey, and Vlad is crazy. And it just goes to show that, you could be close with a person, or so you think, and then all it takes is money or something that doesn't go in their favor to see a person's true colors. There's a lot of people who have such respect for Lord Jamar as an MC and his contributions, being a part of Brand Nubian. You get what I mean? In the lyrics, you're part of a special era in hip hop that's held in such high regard. This is why certain people are baffled at how you've been carrying yourself. You are a public figure. Come on. You're not exempt from criticism. Look at this picture. Once upon a time, him and Lord and Godfrey, as well as Rod Digger, people was tapped in. COVID was a special moment because we started seeing people get real creative and start creating content from home. You know what I mean? Vlad, he had a whole stockpile of interviews. He stayed dropping flashbacks and clips. He just has a vault of content. You know what I mean? That's what Vlad has. But in this new era of content creation, Lord Jamar and Godfrey and Rod Digger, they had an opportunity to create something special and unique. And for whatever reason, at some point it kind of dissolved and it became about Lord Jamar, right? Godfrey's a comedian. You know what I mean? Like I said, he just did his stand-up at the Apollo. Everyone's trying to weather the storm, so to speak, including Vlad. And that's why it's important, because it's like when you see those moments when people, whole business, just shuts down because they need us, and then eventually someone goes against the grain and goes back. It's like, come on, fam. That's the thing. Lord Jamar did this to himself, just like Snoop when he talked about those who were the perform for Trump at his first inauguration. You get what I'm saying? He was calling them everything under the book. And then he ended up being that same person and then made it seem as if people were wrong for calling him out on the standard you set. Come on. You told people, Lord Jamar, that, you had integrity. And now when you don't display it at a perfect opportunity like this with Lord Jamar, with Vlad is, happy to have you back on the platform, but it's damn near embarrassing. Because even in the interview, Vlad says he wasn't paying guests up until the point y'all started your boycott. And ever since then, he been paying all his guests, essentially saying, look at all this money you done missed out on. And here you are, Lord Jamar. Shout out to Godfrey. Yeah, the ill Vlad impersonation, man. Like I said, the people are just riding with Godfrey because in the end, Godfrey understood the assignment. You know what I mean? In this situation here. And it's funny because Vlad says he ran into Godfrey. And yet Godfrey was like, nah, I'm good. He kind of curved him. Confirmed all of this. So for that, this is why people are sitting back, torching Lord in his comment section. Go on IG. They cooking him right now. This is why he on live trying to justify his unbotheredness when we all know he's saying everything that we're saying, man. It's unfortunate. But again, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on Lord Jamar speaking on the backlash after returning to Vlad in his platform? Again, do you think fans are harsh in calling Lord Jamar a sellout? Or do you think they're valid, in their criticism? Because again, like I said, Lord, you disappointed a lot of people. And even though you're trying to act as if you're not bothered, it's written on your face. It was the same when you were sitting in that chair in front of Vlad, man. It's crazy. But again, y'all let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right quick and tap into the homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Sidelines. Okay, the full video is available on his YouTube channel. However, I'm about to bless y'all with a quick teaser. Okay, if you like what you hear, make sure to head on over to his channel and leave a comment. All right, and make sure to tell him that Rip sent you. Okay, run them numbers up. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.
Upon the world before you dearly depart.
Let the world go by. Just let the world go by. And it'll all be just fine.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.